A warm good evening to all of you. Myself Jisha. I welcome all of you on behalf of the principal and faculty and IQAC members of Srinarayana College Kollam, Kerala, to the national level faculty development program on advances in effective teaching. We are associating with Kerala State Higher Education Council, Government of Kerala for conducting this program. This is day 2 and talk number 2 of our FDP. Today, our speaker, Professor Dr. V. Reghu, retired Dean and Director of Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, will deliver a talk on NEP 2020 innovations. Inviting Dr. Divya T. Dharan, Assistant Professor of Zoology, SN College Kollam, for the welcome address. Over to you, Divya.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Good evening to one and all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the National Level Faculty Development Program on advances in effective teaching organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Srinarayana College, Kollam, Kerala, in association with Kerala State Higher Education Council, Government of Kerala. First of all, I would like to welcome the manager, SNRS, and partner of this FDP program, Sri Vellapalli Nadeshan sir. Next, let me welcome Dr. Rajan Kurikal, Member Secretary, Kerala State Higher Education Council, and former VC, Mahatma Gandhi University, to this program. A very warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Professor V. Reghu, Dean and Director of Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, who is here for the talk on NEP 2020 innovations. On behalf of Srinarayana College Kollam and all the participants in this program, a very warm welcome to you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. S.V. Manu, sir, Principal Srinarayana College Kollam, to this inaugural section. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Disha S., IQAC Coordinator, Srinarayana College Kollam. A very warm welcome to you, all the teaching faculty from the different state of India and all other participants in this program. We are very happy to have you all here this evening. Once again, I welcome on and all, and thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Divya. I'm so happy to introduce our speaker today formally. Dr. V. Reghu has 50 years of academic experience in teaching, research, extension training, and educational administration. Professor Dr. V. Reghu is a retired Dean and Director of Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. Dr. Reghu served in many other administrative positions, like Controller of Examination RGNIYD and former Director Adult and Continuing Education University of Kerala, Head Evaluation Team for TLC, CEP, JSS, Ministry of HRD, Government of India, National Coordinator, National Youth Policy, Government of India, Vice President, Indian Adult Education Association, New Delhi, Vice President, All India Association for Educational Research, Bhubaneswar, Member, Board of Studies and Academic Council, NVKSD College of Education, Tamil Nadu. At present, he is a Director of MEd Department, Mark Theophilus Training College, affiliated University of Kerala. Dr. Reghu is an editorial board member of Indian Journal of Adult Education and Journal of Life Skills Education. He has published 4 books and published numerous national and international papers and articles. Dr. Reghu was awarded with Sardar Patel Award, Good Service Entry by University of Kerala, and Excellence Award by Council of Teacher Education. He is a National Vice President of All India Association of Educational Research, Bhubaneswar. I warmly welcome Dr. Reghu sir to start your talk on the topic NEP 2020 innovations. Over to you, sir.
Well, good evening to all. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay. Well, friends, principal of the college, academic coordinator, teachers, and friends. I'm talking from Trivandrum. It is a little bit raining here, but it is all right. I think I am audible to you. Well, friends, today we'll be focusing on National Education Policy 2020 and innovations related to that. I think most of you may have read, that is seen, the policy document. the original draft was around 600 pages, and the present summary is around 66 pages. So it is available in the net. If you have not gone through that, as a teacher of higher education, I would like to recommend that it is better that you go through the document. Well, within the limited time today, I would like to highlight certain areas of innovation or innovations related to National Education Policy 2020. I would like to go to my visuals. Is it visible for you? Can you see that?
Noted, sir. Yeah, it's coming. Full screen, sir.
Now, there are certain technical issues. So I'd like to,
Sir, please go to view.
yeah.
View. And select reading view.
Is it visible for you now?
Yeah, it's visible, but not in full screen.
Excuse me, sir. Press F5, sir. F5.
Yeah.
Full screen. F5.
I have given a 5.
Yes.
Sir, please go to view and select reading view. Yeah, it's gone, sir.
मला विद्याबाई समोर बोलायला लावलं.
It is coming, I think.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, now I think you are familiar with the concept of sustainable development goals. The whole world is moving according to the planning of sustainable development goals. Most of the countries that is being implemented, as you know. Before that, you heard of Millennium Development Goals. Now the whole world is focusing on sustainable development goals. Expert throughout the world, they discussed with the help of UN bodies, and they give final shape to 17 goals. As you know, first is no poverty, hunger, and all. The fourth goal is quality education. Fourth goal is quality education. In India, when we developed the national education policy, we have taken care of the guidelines and details given in the SDG, that is item number 4, quality education. We are also focusing our thoughts on quality education, which is the fourth item in the sustainable development goals. Am I audible to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The main aim, as you know, of our education policy is quality education. That is internationally accepted terminology. Now, maybe in the beginning of 50s, our population was around 35 crores, and now we are 143 crores. So we have to cater to the needs of our people in the country. So quality education is the most important item which is going to be discussed. Well, I would like to highlight they developed some of the best education systems in the world. We say best education system, top in the world. You can see a small chart given on the screen. Top 5 countries are listed. And on the right side, you can see the percentage of GDP invested by these countries for education. Why they are on the top? Globally, they are the best in the world as per the ranking. As you know, first is USA, United States of America, where they are investing around 6.1% of their GDP exclusively for education. Second is UK with 7.3% of their GDP. Third is Canada with 11.4%. Most of our Indian youth, especially from Kerala, you have heard of that, are moving to Canada, UK and all because of the quality of education. And the fourth is Germany with 6.1% of the GDP being invested in education. And fifth is Australia with the 5.8%. So why they are on the top? Definitely their investment, their resources, their technology, their commitment, all those things are very important. The interest is given, their thought, their technological advancement, and the qualified teaching faculty, their research contribution, technological support, all those things are very important in this context. So when we plan, when we are in the process of implementing our policy, we have a dream. Our country as a whole, we have a dream to achieve a better level. But at present, our scenario is not so comfortable, but we are in the path of progress. Well, coming to the education policies in India, as you know, basically there were three policies. First was in the year 1968 at the time of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Second was 1986 at the time of Rajiv Gandhi. And third, 2020 by Narendra Modi, as you know. So these are the three major policies. There were light modifications during 86 and all. But now, as you know, a commission was constituted and they have studied. The policy was published in the net. A lot of comments, observations were given. It is reported that they have considered some of them at least, and the policy is in operation now. When you talk about the policy, the span of the time, the duration of the policy is approximately 20 years, 2020 to 2040. And every 5 years, the policy will be reviewed. Maybe by 2025, first revision will take place. By 30, next one, like that, every 5 years, the policy will be reviewed, monitored, evaluated, all those things will happen. That is how it is visualized. And when we talk about the policy, we talk about the innovations and all. What is the focus of NEP? It is on the screen, you can see, they are called 5 pillars. Accessibility. We have got 143 crores of population. And youth, young people, children in the villages, are they able to, do you think they can reach education? Is it accessible to them? We plan to make the accessibility within the reach of the student, within the reach of the village. Then comes the next pillar called equity. We talk about equity in our constitution. We focus on that. And the third is quality education, how the quality can be improved. In every college, we have quality, assurance cell and all. Then comes accountability. Every panchayat, every village authority will have to answer. They are also responsible. And the fifth is affordability. Is it affordable? Can you, afford to that, the existing education system? So these points are basically taken care of when the policy was, developed. I've given a picture now. You can see that. What does it mean by quality? Equity, and what does it mean by equality? The first picture on the left side, you can see equality. What is that? Same platform. From the same platform, some of them are not able to reach the mainstream. Coming to the second one, equity, the platform is changed so that the participants will get a chance, a reach, to reach or to enter the area, enter the interested area. So that is called equity. The picture itself is very clear. The communication is very clear. So we are talking about equity and not equality. Equity is very important in the context of education, especially in the national education policy. It is highlighted. The concept of equity is focused. Now, coming to the regulatory system. Now we have a UGC. We have a number of bodies in India. In future, we will have only one regulator for matters concerning higher education and professional education, except law and medicine. So this body, the National Higher Education Regulatory Body Authority, will be responsible for setting standards then accreditation, regulation, funding, and all those things. So that is going to be implemented in the nearest future. Now, coming to the Indian, the new education policy, let us think about our country for a minute. Now, our population, we are talking about a very important policy which is going to reshape, restructure the country, maybe in another 30, 40 years. 20 years. What is the population? Approximately it is 143 crores. We have to address to the needs of 143 crores of population. Then coming to the districts, we have got not less than 766 districts in India. Then we have got around 4,000 cities, 8,000 towns, and 6.5 lakh villages, not less than that. The number of villages is increasing year by year. Just to see the depth, the reach. We have to reach our people, our villages, 6.5 lakh villages, which is not so easy. We need a very systematic planning, a meticulous planning. We need technological support. We need qualified manpower, a very good implementation system. Then only we'll be able to reach our villages. As you know, I think you remember Gandhi said, India lives in villages. So the number of villages is 6.5, not less than that. Just imagine the huge number that we have to address. We have to focus. Now coming to the languages, the cultural variation, the languages, we have to address the needs of every language. The policy is also focusing on Indian languages. That's another area, very important area to be focused. Well, coming to the policy now, for administrative convenience or operational convenience, the policy has been divided into 4 parts. Part 1 is school education. Part 2 is higher education. Part 3 is other key areas like professional education, lifelong learning, culture development, arts and all. That is 3rd area, other key areas. And 4th is making it happen, how to implement the policy. So we'll take one by one. First, we will focus on the school education, the first part of the policy. That is school education. I think you are familiar with the emerging concept. At present, in majority of states, we have 10 plus 2 plus 3 system. 10 years schooling plus 2, that is 2 years of, higher secondary. In some states, it is called a junior college. Then comes 3 years degree program. That's the old system. Now we are slowly moving to the new system. That is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. At the age of 3, a boy or a girl is supposed to enter the system. First 5 years, it is considered as a single unit, aiming at the development of the child. We call it early childhood care and education. It is for the first time in India, such a program is developed, focusing on early childhood care. We had another different policies in India, but none of the policies focused on early childhood care. It is this is one of the innovations or very important thing that we can notice, which is being noticed by many experts and your foreign country experts. They highlighted the need of that. So early childhood care is something very important in the process, in the area of education. And we have been talking about child-centric education for a long time. In this policy, focus is given on child-centered approach. In all the system, we have the teacher-centered approach and all, as you know. Those who have learned education are aware about it. So these are some of the major features of school education. Then another important area is, it is called a new pedagogic approach. New pedagogical approach, structure based on cognitive, socio-emotional development stages of children. So cognitive level, socio-emotional development of the child, which is very important. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So focus is given on cognitive, socio-emotional development of children. That is being focused. There is an innovative approach which is visible in the new education policy. Then comes, another area when you talk about early childhood care as an essential part of school education. The first 5 years, at the age of 3, boy or girl will enter the system. First 5 years, focus is given on, child care, early childhood care. This is for the first time that we are planning a program like that. We are developing a program like that. Then to recognize the pedagogical and curricular structure. What should be the pedagogy? You are handling now. We are familiar with the different concepts in education: pedagogy, andragogy, heutagogy. You have heard of those concepts. Pedagogy is teaching children. Andragogy means when you are 18 and above, we call you as an adult, 18 years and above. So andragogical approach. That means helping adults to learn, which is supposed to take place in colleges and universities. And then comes heutagogy. That means self-determined learning. So new concepts are being introduced through the policy. And usually, you see the picture, that itself is highly communicative, to reduce the content load of the school curriculum. Now, at present, the school curriculum is overloaded. Parents are complaining, experts are observing like that. So how to reduce the content load? There is another innovative approach which is visible in the new education policy. And comes to the pedagogical side, the strengthen pedagogy. How to strengthen the pedagogy? Now, it is called active pedagogy. Usually in a classroom situation, students are passive and teachers are active. Teachers will be talking, showing pictures, discussing and all. Students are passive listeners. That is to be changed. So active pedagogy that will focus on the development of core capacities of the boys and girls, life skills, including 21st century skills. So the skill development of the boy or the girl is very important. They become a part of the learning process. Now, you take the first stage, that is first 5 years, 3 years to 8 years. With the 3 years, pre-primary plus class 1 and 2. So first 3 years, pre-primary, the boy or girl is introduced to the school, making the school a very happy environment, happy occasion, happy environment, very friendly behavior, student-friendly behavior and all. Then class 1 and 2. So it is put together as stage 1, and 3 to 8 years, the boys and girls will be involved in the process. That is the first stage. Then comes the next stage, 8 to 11 years. That is plus 3, stage 2, preparatory stage, class 3 to 5. Boys and girls will be introduced to the language, the basics of, learning and education and learning will be introduced. So the boys and girls are introduced to their mother tongue, and they'll try to learn in a different pedagogical environment. And then we move to stage 3, that is 11 years to 14 years, which is called a middle stage. 6 to 8 classes. They will be learning different subjects. They're exposed, and up to 8, we call it elementary or primary education. And we are going to have a new teacher education program. As per the new policy related to teacher education, we will have 2 types of bachelors in education, 2 types of B.Ed programs. One is Bachelor of Elementary Education. Second is Bachelor of Education. So Bachelor of Elementary Education qualified, that B.Ed, there is a separate B.Ed for that, and they will be teaching students from pre-school to standard 8 or class 8. We are going to have different teacher education system. And then coming to the last stage of the school, that is 4 years, 14 years to 18 years, stage 4 we call it, and that is called a secondary stage, class 9 to 12. So this is how the school system is restructured. There is something very important to be taken care of. Now coming to NEP is focused on foundational literacy and numeric abilities by 2025. So through this restructured system, boys and girls will be given a chance. Now the many reports have shown that boys and girls in the school, especially in the beginning stage, they are not able to read and write. They are going to the school. They have got a textbook. They have got a curriculum. But the achievement level is not up to the level. So that is being focused. How to, focus on foundational literacy and numeracy. Then comes, school students will only going to attend the exams in classes 2nd, 5th, and 8th instead of every year. At present, we have examination, in every class, standard 1, standard 2, every class they have to take examination. The new policy system will change. That's an innovative approach. Make the learning a pleasant, comfortable scenario, comfortable situation. So exam will be in 2nd standard, 2nd class, 5th, and 8th. So only 3 examinations during their elementary stage. Now coming to secondary stage, now 10th and 12th classes, they will have to take board examinations. And the examination system will have 2 parts. One is subjective and the other is descriptive. There will be drastic change in the examination system. That is how the school education is visualized. Now coming to the reach, how to reach our schools. If you look at the numbers, that is really shocking. Now our number of schools, how many schools do we have? Approximately 1.5 million schools are there in India. The number is increasing day by day. I have taken the data of 2022 from the documents. So addressing the needs of 1.5 million schools, which is not so easy. And you have to train 8.5 million teachers. Just imagine the number, how huge it is. And every district, we have district Institute of Education and Training. Most of the states have SCRT. We have got a NCRT at national level. And we have to address the needs of 250 million students. Just imagine the number. So population-wise, it is a huge number. How to reach 1.5 million schools, which is a difficult task. Of course, we need a very systematic and meticulous planning to reach millions of teachers and students, which is being planned at the national, state levels. Now, coming to the HDI rank, education plays a very important role in Human Development Index. According to 22 data, India's position is 132nd position according to latest report of HDR, Human Development Report. They have measured 191 countries where our position is 132 out of 191, not 92, 191. So the position is not so comfortable. It is believed that through education, we will be able to develop our Human Development Index. As you know, when you talk about Human Development Index, the 3 parameters are important. The health, that is life expectancy at birth. Then education, years of schooling, especially elementary education and all. Then standard of living, per capita expenditure. This is how the concept of HDI, the components are measured and calculated. And our position is not so comfortable. So through education, a very strong school education, we are supposed to develop our socio-economic status. So our status HDI index will be better in coming years. Now coming to next area, that is higher education. Now in the document, it is certain things are highlighted when we talk about higher education. Quality universities. We have number of universities. We have to improve the quality of the universities. Then we think about holistic and multidisciplinary education. Then we need highly qualified teachers to take leadership in education. Leadership in higher education is very important. Qualified, technically qualified, well experienced manpower is necessary. Then we are changing our teacher education program in the country. Pre-service teacher education as well as in-service teacher education. Lot of changes are taking place. The new teacher education, it is being implemented throughout the country. Many states have already launched the 4-year integrated teacher education program. that is being implemented in many states. Then comes reimagining vocational education. The new education policy, it is planned to start vocational education when the boy or girl is reaching standard 6. From standard 6 onwards, we are thinking about implementing vocational education. So we need to reimagine what type of technology we can adopt. We need to train the teachers. We need to mobilize resources. So we need to do a very good homework for that. Then we are going to have the concept of research universities, and some of the universities will be converted into research universities. This is called MERU. And now I'm just giving some thoughts on the Indian scenario. India is the 5th economic power in the world, as you know. First is USA. You know, USA, China, Japan, Germany, and India. These are the 5 top economic powers in the world. And how much they are investing for education. The last one I have shown countries with the top education system. In this slide, you are transparency, you are seeing the big 5 economic powers. USA, as you know, they are investing 6%, one of their GDP in education. China, our neighbor, they are investing not less than 4.1% of their GDP for education. Japan, 3.42% of the GDP. Germany, 6.1%. And India, only 3%. Just see the scenario. We are the 5th economic power. It is reported by World Economic Forum and experts that India will occupy the position shortly. By 2030, India will be elevated to the 3rd rank in the world economy. We will be the 3rd economic power. Maybe 2030, we will be able to overtake Germany and Japan, for which we need to strengthen our educational scenario. That is being recommended by many experts throughout the world. Our growth rate is also very important, and we need to focus on higher education. We need to improve the scenario, and the Prime Minister recently declared that they are going to improve the investment in GDP from 3% to 6%. When you say 6%, it is easy to say, but how much money, how much resources we need, without which we will not be able to achieve the goal. So, no, I would like to recall to a report which was presented by Dr. Manmohan Singh in the Parliament of India in the year 2007. The report says 90% of the colleges and 2/3 of the universities, 90% of the colleges and 2/3 of the universities rated as below average on quality parameters. That was in the year 2007. Around, now it is 2023. So you can imagine, few years back, our scenario was not so comfortable. Even now, we need to change the quality. The quality parameters are important, and UGC, they are focusing on that. The new national bodies are also focusing on that, how to improve the quality of higher education. If you look at the colleges in India, in higher education, we have the data. I have referred the data. It shows that we have got not less than 43,796 colleges, approximately 43,800, we can say. Then standalone colleges like B.Ed colleges, law colleges, music colleges and all, it is around 11,296. The number of universities in India, not less than 1,113. The numbers are increasing. So through this system, number of colleges and universities, we are to reach the youth of the country. It is reported that the youth population of India is very high. We are supposed to be the youngest country in the world. Our youth population is approximately 38 to 42 crores. Exact figures are not available. I'm giving an approximate figure. Now, coming to the universities, we have different types of universities. We have got state universities, deemed to be universities, central universities, private universities, in addition to IITs, IIMs, and national institutes or institutes of national importance. So we are in the path of growth. Now, according to NEP, when you talk about higher education, I have taken a quote from the document, which is very important. It goes like this: an education system rooted in Indian ethos and contributes directly to transforming India, that is Bharat, sustainably into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all. The concept of high quality education, that's a focus, and the Indian element is also important when we talk about Indian higher education system. Now coming to higher education, we have got the new policy. Universities are classified into three major categories. First is called research intensive universities. Some universities will be focusing on research because we are very weak in research. Recently, there was a international, ranking in which, for the first time in the history of India, one Indian university, higher education system, that is Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, IISc Bangalore, they are rated as the top university with the research base, top research university globally that is accepted. The Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore is ranked as the top university in research at global level. For the first time in the history of India, one university is elevated to that global level. So we have to focus more resources in developing research. We need more money, more resources, manpower, and also some universities will be converted as research universities. Second is teaching intensive universities. They'll be focusing on teaching programs and innovative teaching, learning, innovative courses, innovative subjects, and all. They'll be focusing. And third is autonomous degree granting colleges. They'll be offering degree programs. These are the three categories going to be implemented in a very innovative fashion. And many things to share. Now, I would like to listen to your, we have just discussed the major areas, that is school education and higher education, university education. Now, I would like to invest some time for interaction. You have any question to raise? You have any clarification? You have any observations? You are free to raise. You are free to share. Yes, please. We have been focusing on school education. What are the innovations going to take place? Then we are focusing on higher education, our university education. Now,
no queries in the chat box, sir.
Acha. Anybody would like to share their thoughts? You are welcome to. In the chat box, there is no query. Yes. Any observations you would like to make? How do you feel after listening to the elements of school education and higher education? How do you feel? Are you able to accept? Yes. Anju has raised a yes. Ms. Anju, do you have any query, any question, any observation? You are welcome. Can you please switch on your camera?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Sir, in the fourth stage, that is a 9 12, is that education based on orientation?
Sorry, I cannot hear you clearly. Can you repeat? Please repeat.
Sir, in the fourth stage, that is 9 to 12, if education is based on any particular subject?
No, they will have a curriculum. There is a national curriculum framework. They will have to learn certain subjects, maybe languages, science, social science. Naturally, examinations will be based on the content area given. That is how it is being planned. And the examination system also will differ. Not the so-called memory testing, more application oriented. That is how it is being visualized in the national curriculum framework. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think there is a question by Roxy MS. Can we assess the progress of school education without regular yearly examination? Yeah, there is a question raised. Usually we have a regular school examination in the school Every year, there will be an examination. Based on that, promotion will be given. Now, for us, examination means giving the question paper. The students will write the answers. The teacher will evaluate, give scores. The concept of evaluation is changing. Teacher will have to monitor, assess, and the values are to be assessed every day, every week, every month. The evaluation system is changing throughout the world. And we have to change accordingly. Otherwise, we will not be able to survive in a world of competition. It's not a question of conducting a test, giving a question paper, asking the boy or girl to write something and evaluating. You are interacting, teachers are interacting with the students every day. They know what is happening, what is the level of the student. If the student is weak, student can call the student, a teacher can call the student or the parents. They can have an interaction. Your boy is weak in mathematics or weak in language, so some attention is necessary. We will also do some support system in the school. So let us work together. When the school system, the teacher is important, the student is important, the community, the parents are also important. So like that, the concept of evaluation is being changed. It is not a question of conducting a test once in a year and declaring that he is passed, he possesses 60% mark. No, what is happening in our present system, especially in Kerala? I know the result was around 99% for the standard 10 SSLC. We have conducted some research study on that with the help of my research scholars. You know, most of the students are getting A+. Do you have any criteria for that? They have scored some mark. They are given A+. Whatever their knowledge level in the subject, their skill in the subject, their application level in the subject, it is not at all measured. Just a memory testing. And we say the boy has A++. What does it mean? Though the system is to be changed, the concept of examination is to be changed. Teacher can have oral interaction with the boy and girl. The teacher can assess the boy or girl, can monitor the students. The teachers need a reorientation in evaluation, in assessment. That is how it is being visualized. We are going to change the system. We need a lot of energy, lot of thought, lot of experiments before we implement. This is what I would like to react about the examination system. Then could you suggest some innovative methods for evaluating a student in college level? Well, I was working with a national institute, say some years back in Chennai, where we have students from many foreign countries. At that time, our evaluation was different. They have to take 6 papers in a semester. One semester for a PG program, in that institute you have to take 6 papers. So for every paper, the student will have to prepare certain specific. I am just giving one example. I don't have time. I am just giving one example. The student will have to write 4 papers. 4 assignments will be given in the name of a paper. The students will have to prepare 4 solid papers. The papers will be evaluated by 2 teachers, and for them some score will be given. The teachers will advise him. We will ask the student to modify their paper, and finally it will be accepted. And they have to present it in a seminar after acceptance. So like that, there are 6 papers in a semester, and everybody will have to prepare at least 4 papers. So 4 into 6. During a semester, the student will prepare 24 papers in a systematic fashion. At the end of the course, all the papers will be put together in the form of a book. There will be some 50-60 papers. When the boy is going out of the university, he will go with a book with no less than 50 to 60 papers. Can you see any university in your state, when the student is passing through the PG program, he is going with the 60 papers? I am talking about the Rajiv Gandhi Institute, where I worked as the head of department and controller and dean. We changed the system, whole system. When you prepare some paper, naturally your ability will improve. Your knowledge level, your attitude, your skill, your research quality, everything will change. Teachers will have to be very sensitive to the students. You have to read the paper a number of times, give them advice, ask them to change it, ask them to refer the library, refer the books. Now you have got artificial intelligence, a lot of chat, lot of systems are there. Still, they can refer materials. And how many teachers are insisting on that? These are some of the questions. We believe in the traditional system. Well, the system is going to change. We have to change.